Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today, we're going to talk about a very strange and fascinating phenomenon, the birthday effect. This is the term that researchers use to describe the fact that your birthday is the day of the year you're most likely to die on. Sounds crazy, right? Well, it's true, and there are many possible reasons for it. Maybe you overdo it with the cake and alcohol, maybe you get stressed out by all the attention, or maybe you just feel like it's time to go after celebrating one more year of life. Whatever the case may be, there are many famous people who have died on their birthdays throughout history. In this video, we're going to look at 10 of them and learn more about their lives and deaths. Let's get started. Number 1, William Shakespeare. The first person on our list is none other than the greatest playwright of all time, William Shakespeare. He was born on April 23, 1564, in Stratford-upon-Avon, England, and he went on to write some of the most famous and influential works of literature in history, such as Romeo and Juliet, Hamlet, Macbeth, and many more. He also acted in his own plays and was a part owner of a theater company called the Lord Chamberlain's Men. Shakespeare died on April 23, 1616, at the age of 52. The exact cause of his death is unknown, but some historians believe he may have contracted a fever after drinking too much with his friends. He was buried in the Holy Trinity Church in his hometown, where his grave still attracts visitors today. Number 2, Ingrid Bergman. The next person on our list is one of the most iconic actresses of Hollywood's golden age, Ingrid Bergman. She was born on August 29, 1915, in Stockholm, Sweden, and she made her mark on the world with her stunning beauty and talent. She starred in many classic films such as Casablanca, Gaslight, Spellbound, and Notorious, and she won 3 Academy Awards for her performances. Bergman died on August 29, 1982, on her 67th birthday. She had been battling breast cancer for several years and passed away in her London home surrounded by her family. She was cremated, and her ashes were scattered in Sweden. Number 3, Franklin Delano Roosevelt Jr. The third person on our list is Franklin D. Roosevelt Jr., the son of the 32nd President of the United States, Franklin D. Roosevelt. He was born on August 17, 1914, in Campobello Island, Canada, and he followed his father's footsteps into politics. He served 3 terms in Congress and 2 in presidential administrations. He was also a member of the military, an attorney, and a successful businessman in the automotive industry. Roosevelt Jr. died on August 17, 1988, on his 74th birthday. He had been suffering from lung cancer for a long time and died in his home in Poughkeepsie, New York. He was buried at Hyde Park Cemetery next to his parents. Number 4, Merle Haggard. The fourth person on our list is Merle Haggard, one of the legends of country music. He was born on April 6, 1937, in Oildale, California, and he had a rough childhood that involved hopping freight trains, running away from home, and spending time in prison. He turned his life around with music and became one of the most influential singers and songwriters of his genre. He recorded dozens of albums and hits such as Okie from Muskogee, Mama Tried, and The Fightin' Side of Me. Haggard died on April 6, 2016, on his 79th birthday. He had been battling pneumonia for months and died at his ranch in Palo Cedro, California. Number 5, Edna May Oliver. The fifth person on our list is Edna May Oliver, a character actress who was known for her distinctive appearance and voice. She was born on November 9, 1883, in Malden, Massachusetts, and she started her career on Broadway before moving to Hollywood. She played many memorable roles in films such as Little Women, David Copperfield, A Tale of Two Cities, and Pride and Prejudice. She was also nominated for an Academy Award for her performance in Drums Along the Mohawk. Oliver died on November 9, 1942, on her 59th birthday. She had been suffering from intestinal cancer and died in her home in Hollywood. She was cremated and her ashes were scattered at sea. Number 6, Betty Friedan. The sixth person on our list is Betty Friedan, a feminist icon and author of The Feminine Mystique. She was born on February 4, 1921, in Peoria, Illinois, and she graduated from Smith College with a degree in psychology. She worked as a journalist and activist, and she co-founded the National Organization for Women, NOW, and the National Women's Political Caucus. She also wrote several other books on women's issues, such as The Second Stage and The Fountain of Age. Friedan died on February 4, 2006, on her 85th birthday. She had been suffering from congestive heart failure and died in her home in Washington, D.C. She was buried at Sag Harbor Cemetery in New York. Number 7. Raphael. The 7th person on our list is Raphael, one of the most famous painters of the Renaissance. He was born on April 6, 1483, in Urbino, Italy, and he showed great talent and skill from an early age. He worked in Florence and Rome, where he painted many masterpieces such as the School of Athens, the Sistine Madonna, and the Transfiguration. He also designed architecture and frescoes for the Vatican. Raphael died on April 6, 1520, on his 37th birthday. He was buried in the Pantheon in Rome, where his tomb still attracts admirers today. Number 8. Sidney Bechet. The 8th person on our list is Sidney Bechet, one of the pioneers of jazz music. He was born on May 14, 1897, in New Orleans, Louisiana, and he learned to play the clarinet and the soprano saxophone at a young age. He traveled to Europe and Africa, where he performed with many famous musicians such as Louis Armstrong, Duke Ellington, and Josephine Baker. He also composed many jazz classics such as Petite Fleur, Summertime, and Si tu vois ma mère. Bechet died on May 14, 1959, on his 62nd birthday. He had been suffering from lung cancer and died in his home in Garches, France. He was buried at the Cimetière de Garches, where his grave is marked by a saxophone-shaped monument. Number 9. Ed Aschoff. Next on our list is Edward Aschoff. He was a college football reporter for ESPN who covered some of the biggest stories and games in the sport. Ashoff landed a job at ESPN in 2011 as a journalist for the SEC, where he swiftly rose to fame as a rising star. He relocated to Los Angeles in 2017 to pursue a bigger national role for ESPN that involved showing up on TV and radio programs like SportsCenter, SEC Network, and ESPN Radio, as well as giving live updates from the sidelines during college football games. He died on December 24, 2019, his 34th birthday, from pneumonia. Number 10. Milton Glaser. Milton Glaser was born in 1929 in New York City, where he studied at the Cooper Union and the Academy of Fine Arts in Bologna, Italy. He co-founded the revolutionary Pushpin Studios in 1954, which challenged the prevailing style of modernism with a more eclectic and expressive approach to design. He created some of the most iconic images of American culture, such as the I Love New York logo, the Bob Dylan poster, and the DC Comics logo. Milton Glaser passed away on June 26, 2020, on his 91st birthday. He once said, "There are 3 responses to a piece of design: yes, no, and wow. Wow is the one to aim for." And that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed learning about these famous people who died on their birthdays. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more interesting content. Also, let me know in the comments below if you know any other celebrities who share this fate. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.